Can you imagine walking along the beachfront here in Galveston and looking out into the Gulf of Mexico and knowing there are German U-boats just a few miles away?
We may not really think about too much is that there were ships leaving here and coming to Port of Galveston who were going through those naval choking points, between Haiti and the coast of Florida.
We don't know how many U-boats are out there at any time.
In 1942 and 1943, there were over 20 U-boats in the Gulf of Mexico, aimed at sinking any vessel that could potentially benefit the United States of America or its allies. And any way that Germany could hinder operations of the United States, they were going to try it. And the story George is about to tell us is about a Galveston captain who caught himself in the crossfire of U-boats not once, but twice.
Lykes Line had an office here in Galveston, and Lykes Line had a big office in New Orleans, and that was a big player in merchant ships. 42, early in the war, a few months after Pearl Harbor, Gus Darnell, he was a captain of a Lykes Line ship at the Cardonia, his first ship. Right off the coast of Haiti, there's a German submarine on the surface. They sink another ship within sight. The Cardonia is trying to get away. Now, these are not fast ships. These U-boats can really move on the surface. So they start chasing the Cardonia. This is during the daylight. Cardonia makes smoke, weaves back and forth. Submarine fires 52 shots at them out of their deck gun over about a period of an hour and a half.
Oh my
Now, I want you to think if you were standing on the deck of the Cardonia and these Germans are firing this gun at you, and the noise, the smoke, the fear, and they will actually hit the Cardonia. The order to abandon ship is given. There was one man killed. They abandon the ship. The submarine pulls up, shoots a couple more into the hull to sink the ship. Now think about this. These guys are in this lifeboat watching.
Yeah.
They're helpless. Germans will come over. They will. Now later in the war, this would not happen. But they give them some water. They give them a compass bearing to Haiti, which is about 15 miles away, just a little bit over the horizon. They are unarmed vessels. If they did have a weapon on it, sometimes the Naval Armed Guard, they would put these, but this was some of these old cannons that had been set in front of the VFW from World War I. So Captain Darnell, he will come back to Galveston. He says, it's getting a little dangerous out there. He goes back out just as a couple months later on a ship called the Tilly Lykes. Never shows up again. Now later after the war, the records are all put together, and the Tilly Lykes get sunk by German submarine, and there is no survivors.